Simone Biles steps in against Caitlin Clark and WNBA disrespect after Knicks loss. New York just suffered a brutal sports blow, and the internet wasted no time in piling on. After the Knicks were eliminated from the NBA Conference Finals by the Indiana Pacers, a smug post from a Boston sports account lit a firestorm. Mocking New York's supposed championship drought since 2011, the post conveniently erased some pretty major victories from the city's sports legacy. It wasn't just a jab at the Knicks, it was a direct swipe at women's sports. And that's when Simone Biles entered the ring. Because the post didn't just skip over minor details, it flat out dismissed the New York Liberty's 2024 WNBA championship and NYCFC's 2022 MLS Cup win, labeling them as not major. That one word major said a lot more than intended. It screamed the age-old attitude that leagues like the WNBA don't count. And considering how Caitlin Clark and her peers have been working overtime to elevate women's basketball, the message hit a nerve across the sports world. But it was Simone Biles' reaction that turned heads. The Olympic legend, never one to stay silent when women's sports are disrespected, fired back. Without even using words, she reposted the Liberty's response with a single emoji. Translation? Biles is done with the tired disrespect, and she's not letting this one slide. That tiny symbol from the most decorated gymnast in history carried more weight than the original post ever could. For Biles, this isn't about fandom, it's about fairness. She has long been a vocal champion for women athletes to receive the same recognition, respect, and headlines as their male counterparts. And when a championship is tossed aside simply because it was won by women, you better believe she's going to call it out. Loudly. Or in this case with a cold, calculated yawn. As Caitlin Clark and co. fight for legitimacy on the hardwood, and the Liberty continue defending their crown, Simone Biles' subtle but powerful response speaks for an entire generation of athletes. Women's sports are major, and if that makes some people uncomfortable, good. And not only Simone Biles, the New York Liberty were quick to lash out at the post. Liberty shut down disrespect with one emoji and a championship to back it up. New York hasn't won a major sports championship since 2011. That single sentence, posted by a Boston-based social media account after the Knicks' playoff exit, was meant to sting New York fans. But it backfired spectacularly. The post dismissed the New York Liberty's 2024 WNBA title and New York City FC's 2022 MLS Cup win, implying only championships in certain men's leagues were worthy of the major label. The Liberty wasn't having it. The sharp, emoji-only clapback spoke volumes. It wasn't just about defending their championship. It was about demanding respect for their place in the city's sports hierarchy and the WNBA's evolving status in the national conversation. The Liberty's response wasn't just social media smoke. Rather, it was a bold assertion of legitimacy. Their 2024 title wasn't handed to them, but was earned through grit, talent, and relentless determination. And in a season where WNBA viewership soared 155% and attendance hit its highest average in 25 years, the Liberty weren't just champions on the court. They were symbolic of a league surging forward. To ignore that is to ignore history in the making. This moment underscored a pivotal shift. The WNBA, long underestimated, is no longer waiting for validation. The Liberty's win and their willingness to confront disrespect head-on illustrate a cultural transformation. That too, not just within the league, but in how its athletes and accomplishments are perceived. The message was clear. Call it motto or not, but New York has a champion, and they're not letting anyone forget it.